People that work out in the sun that don't cover up, they're playing like Russian roulette. They could end up with bad skin cancers, and it can be too late before they realise. It's good if you can be helped, but there's a lot of cases people can't be helped, and it's better to cover up and try and do everything you can, or don't even go out in the sun. That's my advice to anyone. Do not go in the sun and work all day unless you're covering up. Sun creams, hats, long sleeve shirts. It's just not worth the risk going out there without covering up. My work every day is out in the sun. Working in the swimming pool industry, you're constantly in the sun from early in the morning till late afternoon, and it's very, very hard to avoid. When I first noticed it, it was just a little white dot the size of a match head on the inner edge of my lip, just on the inside edge, and I thought, it'll go away, I wonder what that is, but it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it started growing towards the outside, and then it sort of started growing quite rapidly, and when I went and showed it to the doctor, I was sent to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist took a small biopsy, a small wedge out of the lip, and he sent that off to be checked, and when it came back he said, no, this needs to be taken out, it's a cancerous problem. So that was when they first removed 16 mil out of my lower lip. They took a wedge out and took a whole 16 mil out, and then 18 months later I had the same thing again. It came back and grew very, very rapidly, and again they did a biopsy and take a small slither out and then get that checked, and then found that that was cancer again. So it had gone too far that time, so I had to have the radiation therapy instead of having it surgically removed, because you can only lose a certain amount of your bottom lip. They can only surgically remove so much. After that, it's either reconstruction or it's radiation therapy. As far as my work goes, I've changed my work attitude a lot more now. I work less in the sun, and I spend more time on the road and managing and in the office. I try to keep out of the sun now as much as possible, but if I do work in the sun, I try to avoid the worst parts of the day when it's really intense heat and intense sun, and try and work early and late, like early in the mornings or later in the afternoons if I'm on site. Employers should make sure that their workers are covered from the sun, wearing a good hat with a nice brim, and wearing the correct protective clothing to work out in the sun is very important. What advice I'd have to people that employ people that work in the sun is to give their workers the advice to cover up from the sun, to wear the appropriate hats, wear the sun creams, wear the shirts, and to protect themselves as much as possible from the sun. A lot of people don't give a damn. They just want to do what they're doing and not worry about anything, but down the track they can end up paying the consequences. Everyone should take it on naturally to be covered up from the sun. It's something that everyone should know and be aware of, and carry out naturally, to cover up from the sun rather than having to be told. Everyone should know.